Welcome back to Horoscope TV. If you are listening to this right now and you are a Pisces, I really want you to just stop whatever it is you're doing.
Seriously, you'll want to hear this.
Yeah, pull up a comfortable chair, grab a warm drink, and just settle in because, well, we're talking directly to you today.
We really are, and there is a lot to cover.
There is, let me tell you right out of the gate, you are looking at a week that is going to give you absolute emotional whiplash.
Oh, whiplash is the perfect word for it.
Right, because you're going to start out feeling like you're just floating on this warm spring breeze. And then, well, by Wednesday, you're going to feel like someone just handed you a 50-pound backpack.
A 50-pound backpack, and then they ask you to climb a mountain.
Exactly. It's a huge shift.
It really is a fascinating stretch of time because the astro data for the week of March 23 to March 29, 2026, it shows a massive swing in the energy around you.
Like from one extreme to the other?
Yes. And we are going to carefully analyze the astrological charts today to understand exactly why this is happening. The shift from that light, curious energy to something really heavy and demanding. It's not an accident.
It's on purpose.
Completely. It is a very specific sequence designed to test your foundation.
Wow. Okay, so our entire mission today is to walk you through that sequence. We want to map out this whole roller coaster for you.
Because if you know the steep drops are coming, right?
Yeah, if you know the sharp turns are coming, you can actually enjoy the ride, or at least survive it.
Exactly. Preparation is everything.
And we are going to get into all of it. I mean, the strict responsibilities hitting your career, the deep healing coming to your love life.
Which is a really beautiful part of the charts this week.
It is, but also the physical toll all this heavy energy is going to take on your body.
Right, because the charts are very clear that this week requires a solid strategy. You can't just, drift through these days.
Even though drifting is like a water sign's favorite thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. Pisces naturally loves to just flow, but the planets are demanding your full attention this time.
So true. And I want to give you a little tease right now, just something to keep in the back of your mind as we go through the forecast.
A little hint for later.
Yeah. The astro data makes it incredibly obvious that there's one specific star sign that is going to be your absolute rock this week.
Your total best friend.
Exactly. The biggest supporter, the person you just need to call when things get super heavy. But on the other side of the coin...
There's always another side.
Right. There is another sign that you need to just run away from, like completely avoid them if you want to keep any sense of peace.
Looking at the compatibility charts, the friction with that second sign is intense. It is definitely something you'll want to navigate around.
Oh, for sure. We will reveal exactly who those two signs are a little bit later. But okay, let's jump right into the very start of the week.
Monday, March 23.
Yes, Monday. This is what I'm calling the calm before the work begins. According to the astro data, the moon enters Gemini.
Which is a major shift in the daily vibe.
It really is. Now, as a Pisces, this brings a totally fresh breeze of curious energy straight into your daily routine. You're going to wake up feeling highly motivated to just learn brand new things.
Let's analyze the mechanics of what is actually happening in the sky here, because the moon moves very quickly.
It changes signs every couple of days, right?
Roughly every 2.5 days. And because of that speed, the moon dictates our passing moods, our daily emotional hunger.
Like what we crave emotionally in the moment.
Exactly, and our immediate reactions. Now, Gemini is an air sign. It's fast, it's chatty, it loves gathering little bits of information.
He never wants to stay in one place for too long.
Right. So when the transit moon moves into Gemini, it beams that restless, curious air energy directly into your world.
You know the exact feeling this brings to mind.
Tell me.
Think about like the very first truly warm day of the year.
Oh, I love that feeling.
Right. Your house has been locked up tight all winter long. The heater has been running. The air inside feels heavy, a little stale, maybe a little stuffy.
You just feel cooped up.
Exactly. And then you wake up and you realize it is just beautiful outside. You go around the house and you push open every single window.
You just want to feel that breeze.
You feel that cross breeze hit your face. You just want to breathe the fresh air. And you suddenly have this like burst of energy to clean out a messy closet. Or you decide right then and there to pick up a brand new hobby you've never even thought about before.
That is the exact vibe of this Gemini moon.
Yeah.
That analogy hits the nail on the head.
It's just so refreshing.
It is, especially for a water sign. Because you are used to operating in deep emotional waters. You like to explore the depths of feelings.
The heavy stuff.
Right. But Gemini energy does not care about the depths. It cares about the surface. It cares about variety.
So it lightens things up.
Completely. When this air energy mixes with your natural water energy, it's like blowing air through a straw into a glass of water.
Oh, it makes bubbles.
Exactly. It creates bubbles. It makes everything feel fizzy, light, and just moving upward.
Fizzy and light. I love that. So what does this actually look like for our listener on Monday morning?
Well, it's very mental. Very curious.
Like, you might be sitting at your desk at work, and instead of doing your normal tasks, you find yourself going down a massive internet rabbit hole.
Oh, for sure. You'll be reading about how deep-sea submarines are built.
Or like the history of ancient Rome or something. You will just have this intense itch to ask questions.
You'll want input.
Yeah, you might suddenly text a friend and ask them something super random just because your brain is so hungry for new information.
The psychological drive here is pure curiosity. And the charts show this early week lightness is actually a very clever trick by the universe.
A trick? Wait, what do you mean?
It's a mental warm-up.
Oh, I see.
The astrological charts indicate that you are going to be handed some very heavy burdens later in the week.
That Wednesday energy we talked about.
Right. If you went straight from a lazy normal weekend into the heavy demands of Wednesday, you would just snap.
It would be way too much pressure all at once.
Exactly. So Monday is your stretching period. The universe is giving you a chance to limber up your mind, to feel active and engaged without any real pressure attached to it.
So you should really just lean into it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If you feel the urge to go to a bookstore on your way home and buy a book on a subject you know absolutely nothing about, you should just do it.
Do it. Buy the book.
Or if you want to watch like a 5-part documentary on something weird and obscure instead of your normal comfort TV show, you should hit play.
Without a doubt. Feed that hunger.
Just let your brain play.
Yes, because when you give the Gemini moon what it wants, which is simply new information, you put yourself in a very positive, alert state of mind.
You're getting your brain firing on all cylinders.
And you are going to need that mental sharpness very soon.
Okay, I love the idea of just floating on this happy, curious breeze. I really wish I could tell you that this fizzy, bubbly energy is going to last all week long.
I know, wouldn't that be nice?
It would be great. But we promised to be honest about the astro data. And the charts are flashing a giant warning sign for the middle of the week.
A very clear warning.
So enjoy Monday, breathe in that fresh air, because when Wednesday, March 25 rolls around, a massive reality check is going to knock on your door.
Wednesday is the anchor of this entire week.
It's the big one.
It is the most important day by far. The astro data points to a major planetary event. The sun forms a powerful meeting with Saturn.
The sun and Saturn, that sounds intense.
In astrology, we call this a conjunction, which basically means from our view here on Earth, the sun and Saturn are occupying the exact same space in the sky.
Like they're overlapping.
Right. Their energies are completely blended together.
Man, even just saying the sun and Saturn meeting sounds heavy.
It's definitely not light and fizzy anymore.
No, it does not sound like a party. It sounds like being called into the principal's office or, having your boss ask you to shut the door behind you.
That is a very accurate feeling.
The astro data tells us this alignment demands absolute maturity and total responsibility from you. Playtime is officially over on Wednesday.
To understand why it feels so heavy, we really have to look at what these two specific planets do.
Okay, break it down for us.
The sun represents your core identity, your life force, and where your main focus is shining on any given day.
The spotlight, basically.
Exactly. But Saturn is the taskmaster of the zodiac.
The strict teacher.
Very strict. It is the planet of strict rules, hard boundaries, discipline, time, and delayed gratification.
Saturn sounds like no fun at all.
Saturn does not care about your feelings, to be honest. Saturn cares about your results.
Wow. So it's all about the work.
Yes. When the sun's bright energy hits the solid brick wall of Saturn, everything slows down. The gravity in the room increases. There is zero room for cutting corners.
Okay, so this heavy energy is going to land right in the middle of your work and your career, right?
That's where it will be felt the most.
The charts show this alignment is going to force you to take total responsibility for your professional future.
You can't hide from it.
This is the day you might look around at your job and think, what am I actually doing here? Where's this going?
A total reality check.
Yeah. Or maybe a manager hands you a project that is incredibly difficult with a deadline that makes you want to just pull your hair out.
It is the ultimate test of your work ethic.
Testing to see what you're made of.
Exactly. Saturn wants to see if you are willing to carry the weight. But it is vital to understand that Saturn is not just a bully trying to make you miserable.
It's not just mean for the sake of being mean.
No, Saturn is a builder. It is strict because it wants you to build a foundation that will not wash away in a storm.
So it's tough love.
Very tough love.
Mm-hmm.
The astro data shows that if you put your head down on Wednesday, if you do the hard, boring, frustrating work without complaining.
And no complaining is the hard part.
Right. But if you can do it, your career is being set up for massive long-term growth.
So it's really like going to the gym.
Oh, that's a great comparison.
You know, the workout itself is painful. Your muscles burn. You're sweating. You just want to quit and go home.
But if you push through that
Yes.
resistance.
Exactly. You build strength that stays with you. So Wednesday is going to be a massive workout for your career. Do not run away from the hard tasks. Face them head on.
Exactly. And the discipline Saturn is demanding does not stop at your office door.
Oh, it follows you home.
It extends directly into your wallet. The money and finance focus for Wednesday is intense. The charts are demanding that you organize your resources.
Okay, let's talk about the money. Because the astro data says you must completely stop any silly impulse shopping right now.
Put the credit cards away.
It says this is the absolute perfect time to sit down and organize a strict daily budget. And, well, I have to be honest, I kind of want to push back on this a little bit.
Push back how?
Well, think about it. If Wednesday is already this heavy, demanding day where I'm working my tail off and dealing with all this serious Saturn energy, I'm going to be stressed out.
Naturally, yes.
And when people are stressed out, they like a little treat.
A little reward for surviving the day.
Right. Are you telling me I can't even buy a fancy $5 coffee on my way to work to cheer myself up?
The charts are saying no.
Or that I can't, order a new shirt online during my lunch break to make myself feel better? It just feels incredibly harsh to say all impulse shopping has to stop cold turkey.
I completely understand the human desire to self-soothe.
We all do it.
We do. When we feel the heavy restrictive pressure of Saturn, our instinct is to look for a quick escape hatch.
Something to make us smile.
Right. A fancy coffee or a new shirt gives you a quick hit of dopamine and makes you feel good for a few minutes.
But
let's analyze why the astrological charts are putting a lock on your wallet this week. Saturn is the planet of consequences.
okay.
When the sun meets Saturn, the cost of a mistake goes way up.
Wait, so a mistake today cost more than a mistake next week?
Yes, in a structural sense. Saturn wants you to respect your resources.
Because resources are a foundation.
Exactly. Every penny represents your time and your energy. When you make an impulse purchase under this specific alignment, you are essentially telling the universe that you do not respect the boundaries and the foundation you are trying to build.
Oh, wow. I never thought of it like that.
Saturn wants long-term security. Buying the coffee makes you feel better for 10 minutes.
And then it's gone.
Right. But sitting down, looking at your bank accounts, and building a strict budget that gives you a feeling of security that lasts for months.
Okay, I hear what you were saying. It's totally like the difference between eating a giant chocolate bar for dinner because you're hungry and cranky versus taking the time to cook a healthy, balanced meal.
That is exactly what it's like.
The chocolate is fast, it tastes great in the moment, but an hour later, you are going to feel terrible and you will still be hungry.
The crash is inevitable.
Yeah, the budget is the healthy meal. It takes more work. It is way less fun in the moment, but it actually keeps you strong and healthy in the long run.
That is a brilliant way to frame it. Saturn rewards delayed gratification. If you can skip the quick fixes and instead sit down with a calculator and a notebook, the long-term payoff is going to be huge.
So eat your vegetables and do your budget.
Pretty much. And the astro data actually gives us a massive silver lining for Wednesday to prove this exact point.
Oh, good. We need a silver lining.
While the sun is meeting Saturn, it is also forming a very helpful angle with the planet Pluto.
Pluto. Now, Pluto brings deeply life-changing, transformative energy, doesn't it?
It does. Pluto rules the underworld, the things that are hidden below the surface, and massive wealth.
Massive wealth. I like the sound of that.
Right. When the sun makes a helpful connection to Pluto, it shines a light on hidden power. For you, this energy is pointed directly at your personal income.
Wow. Okay, so picture this. You are sitting at your kitchen table on Wednesday night.
You've had a long day.
A very long day. But you didn't buy the coffee. You didn't buy the shirt. You are looking at your budget, being totally honest with yourself about your money.
Leaning into Saturn.
Exactly. Because you are sitting in that mature, responsible energy, you might suddenly see a totally new path open up.
Pluto's hidden power reveals itself.
Right. You might realize you have a skill you could turn into a side business. Or you might figure out the exact strategy you need to ask your boss for a major raise.
That is the magic of this combination. The strictness of Saturn forces you to sit down and focus.
If you were distracted by impulse shopping, you'd never see it.
You would never sit down at the table at all. Once you are focused, the power of Pluto gives you the insight to totally transform your financial situation.
But the insight only comes if you do the hard work first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No shortcuts.
Man, Wednesday's just packed. Because as if the Sun, Saturn, and Pluto were not enough, we also have a first quarter moon happening on March 25.
It's a very busy sky.
And this moon is happening in the sign of Cancer.
Now, the first quarter moon is a very specific phase. It happens when the sun and the moon are at a 90-degree angle to each other in the sky.
Like turning a sharp corner.
Right. In astrology, a 90-degree angle is called a square, and squares always create a crisis of action.
Meaning they force you to do something.
They force you to make a decision. You can't just sit still.
And since Cancer is a water sign, just like our listener, this is going to feel very personal.
Very close to home.
The astro data says this moon is asking you to balance your public ambitions with your private home life.
Cancer rules the home, the family, and our most private emotional foundations.
So here is the crisis of action.
Let's hear it.
You have Saturn demanding that you put all this mature effort into your public career and your finances, right?
Yes.
But the Cancer moon is pulling you back toward your living room. It's tapping you on the shoulder saying, hey, don't forget to water your houseplants. Don't forget to call your mother. Don't forget that you need a comfortable bed to sleep in.
It's pulling your focus back to your sanctuary.
It's the classic work-life balance struggle.
It really is.
Because you could be crushing it at the office, but if your house is a mess and you haven't spoken to your family in a week, you're going to feel totally empty.
Success in the public world means very little if your private world is falling apart.
You have to find a way to honor the hard work while still keeping your private world safe and cozy. You need both to survive.
You really do. And I want to give you a little preview of where all this heavy lifting is actually taking you.
Okay, looking ahead.
Right, if we look slightly ahead to the weekend, specifically Saturday, March 28.
What's happening on Saturday?
The charts show Saturn and Pluto teaming up again.
Oh, that same team from Wednesday.
Yes, and the astro data says this offers a truly magical chance to transform your career path and build lasting professional power.
Professional power. That sounds like a big promotion or a major shift.
The connection here is vital. The hard, annoying, heavy work you are doing on Wednesday is pouring the concrete foundation. You cannot build a strong house on dirt. Wednesday is the concrete. When you get to Saturday, the universe hands you the lumber and the bricks to start building the house.
So the professional power you can build this weekend will last for years.
But only if the concrete was poured correctly on Wednesday.
So keep your head down, do the budget, do the hard project at work. Just tell yourself that it is all leading to something incredibly powerful by the weekend.
It is a process. Trust it.
But thinking about all this intense focus on work and money makes me wonder about the other side of your life.
Your personal life.
Yeah. When you are putting all this strict, serious energy into your job, how is that going to affect the people you love?
That brings us directly into the love and romance forecast.
Which is pretty intense this week, too.
It is. Because that exact same heavy energy from Wednesday, the sun meeting strict Saturn, it doesn't just stay at the office.
It follows you home.
It walks right through the front door of your personal relationships.
The astrodata says this brings a heavy sense of serious duty to your love life. It says this is a time where you must prove absolute loyalty.
When Saturn touches your romantic life, it completely strips away the fantasy.
No more fairy tales.
It removes the rose-colored glasses entirely. Saturn asks a very blunt question. Are you truly committed to this person when things are boring, difficult, and unglamorous?
I feel like so many people want love to be a constant movie scene.
They want the romance.
Right. They want the romantic candlelit dinners, the butterflies in the stomach, the grand gestures. But under this Saturn energy, love is not a fairy tale.
Not at all.
Love this week is more like taking your partner's car to the mechanic because they are too busy to do it.
Yes.
Love is sitting down together at the kitchen table to figure out how to pay a massive repair bill. Love is listening to them vent about their terrible day at work when you are already exhausted yourself.
It is about showing up when it is hard. That is the essence of Saturn in relationships.
It's the gritty stuff.
Exactly. Love becomes a verb, becomes an action you take, not just a feeling you have.
Like, are you actually doing the work?
Are you keeping the mundane promises you made? Did you take out the trash like you said you would? Did you show up on time? That is what proving absolute loyalty means this week.
So if your partner asks you for help with a tedious chore, just do it without rolling your eyes.
Yes, show them through your actions that they can rely on you.
And if you are single, this Saturn energy is going to make you look very seriously at the people you are dating.
You won't have time for nonsense.
None. You are not going to have any patience for people who play games or flake out on plans. You're going to want someone who takes life as seriously as you are having to take it right now.
And going through this strict test on Wednesday is actually setting up something deeply beautiful for the very next day.
Thursday.
Yes. If we look at the charts for Thursday, March 26th, we see the planet Venus meeting the asteroid Chiron.
Okay, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and affection.
Right.
And Chiron, what does Chiron represent again?
In astrology, Chiron is known as the wounded healer.
The wounded healer. That's a powerful title.
The mythology comes from a centaur who was a great healer and teacher, but who suffered a wound that would never heal.
Oh, that's sad.
It is. He could cure anyone else, but not himself. So Chiron in your chart represents your deepest emotional hurts, your old scars, but also your greatest capacity for empathy and healing.
So when Venus and Chiron meet in the sky,
The energy is laser focused on soothing old romantic pain.
the astro data says this cosmic event allows you to completely heal old romantic wounds and open your heart again safely.
It's very tender energy.
And I want to analyze how Wednesday and Thursday are connected here because I think it is just brilliant.
That sequences everything.
Right, because on Wednesday, you have this tough, unglamorous test of loyalty. You have to do the boring work of love. Why?
Because doing that hard work proves that you are dependable.
Exactly. It creates trust. And trust creates a safe room.
That is the exact psychological mechanism at play.
You can't heal a deep, terrifying emotional wound if you do not feel secure in your environment.
If you feel like your partner might run away at the first sign of trouble, you are going to keep your walls up.
You have to protect yourself. But the strict duty of Wednesday builds the walls of a safe room.
It provides the structure.
Because you proved your loyalty on Wednesday, by Thursday, you and your partner actually feel safe enough to take off your armor.
The defenses can come down.
You can sit down and open up about old fears, past heartbreaks or insecurities, because you know the other person is not going to bolt.
You can open your heart because the foundation is strong.
It is a profound sequence.
It really is. The rigid structure of Saturn acts as a container. It holds the relationship steady so that the emotional healing waters of Venus and Chiron can wash through it without washing the relationship away.
Wow. So on Thursday, be ready for some very deep conversations.
Don't avoid them.
No, do not be afraid to be vulnerable. It is a day to forgive your partner for past mistakes, or maybe even forgive yourself for things you have carried around from old relationships.
It is a chance to put down the heavy emotional baggage.
However, we do need to issue a warning about how you communicate as we move into the weekend.
Yes, Saturday is tricky for communication.
Looking at Saturday, March 28, the charts show the planet Mercury clashing with Lilith.
A very prickly alignment.
The astro data says you must avoid keeping secrets or playing silly mind games. You have to speak clearly if you want to keep the peace you just worked so hard to build.
Let's break down this clash. Mercury is the planet of the mind and the mouth.
It rules how we talk.
Right. It rules how we think, how we text, and how we speak. Now, Lilith, specifically Black Moon Lilith, represents a mathematical point in the sky that deals with raw, unfiltered, and sometimes suppressed human desires.
Like the shadow side of things.
Exactly, the shadow side. When Mercury and Lilith form a hard angle to each other, our communication gets shadowy.
It gets murdy.
There is a massive temptation to be passive-aggressive.
Oh, I know exactly what this looks like.
We've all been there.
It's when you are clearly angry about something, right? And your partner asks, "Are you okay?" And you look them dead in the eye and say, "I'm fine."
But your tone of voice could freeze water.
Yes. You are testing them. You want to see if they will keep digging to figure out what is wrong, instead of just telling them what is wrong.
That is the perfect example of a mind game. And Lilith loves those games.
But under the sky, those games will backfire terribly, won't they?
Terribly. You have just spent the week building trust and healing wounds. If you start acting secretive or passive-aggressive on Saturday, you will undo all that hard work.
The energy demands radical honesty.
If you are angry, state exactly why you are angry. Use plain words.
And it is so important to remember that March 28 is actually listed in the Astro data as one of your best dates of the entire week.
This is the same day you have that amazing career energy building with Saturn and Pluto.
Right. So as long as you refuse to play mind games, as long as you communicate directly and honestly with the people you love, things are going to go incredibly well for you.
Just keep it simple and speak the truth. Direct communication is the only way to navigate a Mercury-Lilith clash without causing an explosion.
Now, I want to take a step back and look at the big picture of what you are putting your body through this week.
The physical toll is real.
It really is. You're working like crazy on your career, you are tracking every single penny in a strict budget, you're proving your loyalty by doing the hard work in your relationships, and you're digging up old emotional wounds to heal them.
That is an exhausting list.
Seriously. Which brings us to what the astrological charts say about your physical health and wellness.
Your physical forecast is deeply tied to the events of Wednesday, March 25.
Back to Saturn.
Always back to Saturn this week. That intense meeting between the Sun and Saturn is going to have a very real, very heavy impact on your physical body.
The charts indicate that you might feel incredibly tired or even physically stiff.
Stiff is a common Saturn symptom.
Like you wake up and your neck is completely locked up, your shoulders are tight up around your ears, and your lower back just aches.
Saturn has a very strong association with the physical structure of the human body.
The framework.
Exactly. It rules the bones, the teeth, the joints, and our posture. When Saturn strongly aspects the Sun, which represents your core vitality, you can literally feel the weight of your mental responsibilities settling into your physical joints.
So your body carries the stress of your mind.
Literally.
The Astro data is very firm on this point. It says you must prioritize getting plenty of deep sleep and rest every single night.
It is non-negotiable.
But I have a really big question about this.
Sure, what is it?
If the universe, through Saturn, is pushing us so incredibly hard to work on our careers, to fix our finances, and to be present for our partners, how on earth are we supposed to find the time to get all this deep sleep?
It's tough.
It feels like we are being told to burn the candle at both ends and then somehow sleep for 9 hours.
It is the ultimate modern dilemma. But if we analyze what Saturn actually wants from you, the answer becomes obvious.
Okay, what does it want?
Saturn is the planet of longevity. It wants you to build a foundation that will last for decades.
Right?
You cannot build a solid house if the tools you are using are broken. And your physical body is the primary tool you have to interact with the world.
Oh, wow. So resting is not taking a break from the work.
No.
Resting is the work.
Exactly. Rest is a responsibility. Taking care of your biology is just as important to Saturn as taking care of your bank account.
I love that.
Let's look at the practical reality. If you do not sleep, your brain cannot process complex information.
You'll make a math error on that budget.
You will snap at your boss. You will lose your patience with your partner and ruin that healing moment on Thursday.
So getting 8 hours of sleep is literally the smartest business decision and relationship decision you can make this week.
It really is.
I absolutely love that perspective. Rest is a responsibility. So when you turn off the TV early and get into bed, you are not being lazy. You are acting with maturity.
You're preparing your primary tool for the work ahead.
And the health data actually brings us more good news as the week goes on. We talked about Thursday, March 26, when Venus meets Chiron.
The healing energy.
Right. This healing energy doesn't just apply to romance. The charts say it offers a beautiful opportunity to heal your emotional spirit, too.
Because Chiron is the wounded healer, its energy touches your entire emotional nervous system.
So if you've been carrying like generalized anxiety or just a heavy sense of dread,
Thursday provides a cosmic window to finally let your shoulders drop and release that tension.
just let it go. And as we push through to the end of the week, on Sunday, March 29, the moon leaves Leo and enters Virgo.
A very grounding shift.
The Astro data says this brings a strong, sudden desire to clean up your daily diet.
Virgo energy is highly analytical, detail-oriented, and deeply connected to health.
Specifically the digestive system, right?
Yes, the digestive system and our daily habits. When the quick-moving moon enters this earthy sign, your emotional comfort will suddenly come from taking practical, organized care of your physical vessel.
So picture this. You have survived the heavy lifting of Wednesday, the deep emotions of Thursday, and you wake up on Sunday morning.
You feel different.
Instead of wanting pancakes and bacon, your body might just crave a giant, crisp green salad.
Your body wants clean fuel.
You might find yourself wanting to spend Sunday afternoon in the kitchen, chopping vegetables and meal prepping healthy lunches for the week ahead. You'll just want to organize what you are putting into your body.
It is an incredibly grounding way to close out a chaotic week. Virgo wants order, and providing your body with clean fuel is a great way to establish that order.
Now, we made a promise at the very beginning of the show.
We did.
We told you that we would reveal exactly who you need by your side this week and who you need to run far away from.
The compatibility charts are very clear this week.
Let's look at them. For this highly active, serious, demanding week, your absolute best match is without a doubt Taurus.
Taurus is the perfect energetic counterweight for you right now.
Why is that?
Well, if we analyze their nature, Taurus is an earth sign, ruled by Venus. They are highly practical, patient, and completely grounded in the physical reality of daily life.
Which is exactly what a Pisces needs.
Right.
You are a water sign, naturally swimming in deep emotions, and this week you are dealing with all this heavy Saturn energy. You need an anchor.
A Taurus provides that anchor.
The Astrodata points out that on Monday, March 23, when you have that bubbly, curious Gemini moon energy making you want to explore, a Taurus friend is the perfect person to bring along.
They'll keep you from floating away.
They will help you enjoy the simple, fun things. They are the friend who will say, yes, let's learn about that new hobby, but let's go get a really good pastry and sit in a comfortable chair while we do it.
They take your curious, nervous energy and help you channel it into something tangible.
Yes. Taurus brings the comfort. The charts say that Taurus completely understands your deep need for physical comfort this week.
They sense it.
They know exactly how to provide the loyal, steady affection that you crave when you are stressed out.
Because Taurus values stability just as much as Saturn does.
So on Wednesday, when you are feeling the physical stiffness in your joints and the heavy burden of your responsibilities, Taurus is not going to demand that you entertain them.
No, they won't add to your plate.
They are the partner who will bring you a warm blanket, cook you a hot meal, and just sit quietly in the room with you. They provide presence without pressure.
Which is exactly what you need.
Together, the two of you create an unstoppable team. The charts say this pairing will bring you bright joy, massive laughter, and deep enduring respect.
So lean on them.
Yes, if you have a Taurus best friend, a Taurus partner, a Taurus sibling, or even a Taurus coworker you like, lean heavily on them this week. They are your safe harbor in the storm.
But on the flip side,
We have to talk about the danger zone.
we do.
The Astrodata is completely clear, flashing bright red lights. The worst match for you this week, the sign you must absolutely avoid at all costs, is Gemini.
Yes, the astrological charts indicate a severe and highly disruptive clash of energies between you and Gemini right now.
It's not going to be pretty.
No, you will likely find it entirely impossible to find any common ground with them during this stretch of days.
Let's break down exactly why this clash happens and why it peaks specifically around Wednesday, March 25.
Wednesday is the flashpoint.
We know Wednesday is the massive day. You have the first quarter moon making you balance work and home, and you have the sun meeting strict Saturn demanding mature focus on your career and budget.
You are maxed out.
The charts say that on Wednesday, you deeply desire highly independent, autonomous activities. You just want to put your headphones on and focus on your goals.
But the Gemini energy on that exact same day is pulling in the complete opposite direction.
Of course it is.
Gemini is an air sign, constantly seeking stimulation, conversation, and variety. On Wednesday, they want to rest loudly.
Rest loud.
They want to boldly conquer quiet environments with their need for interaction.
Loudly rest. That phrase is just so perfect. Have you ever tried to work next to someone who is loudly resting?
It is maddening.
You are sitting there, staring at a spreadsheet, trying to figure out your budget and be a responsible adult because Saturn is breathing down your neck.
And then the Gemini comes in.
Right. The Gemini in your life is sitting on the couch next to you, scrolling through videos on their phone at full volume, talking over the TV, asking you random questions every 2 minutes, and demanding your attention for something totally trivial.
And because of the intense energy of the sun meeting Saturn, you have very little patience.
Zero patience.
When Gemini brings that scattered, demanding energy into your focus space, it is going to trigger massive, unnecessary arguments.
Because you are trying to act strictly, with maturity, you are carrying a heavy load. But Gemini is demanding soft emotional comfort and constant entertainment.
They want you to drop your serious work and play with them.
And the charts say their unpredictable mood swings will deeply disturb your peace of mind. You simply do not have the emotional bandwidth to manage their shifting moods while you are trying to manage Saturn's demands.
That is the core issue right there. You are at maximum capacity. Any extra unpredictable emotional weight will cause you to drop the vital responsibilities you are trying so hard to juggle.
So, if a Gemini friend texts you this week asking to hang out, just politely decline.
Say you're busy.
Tell them you are buried in work, tell them you are tired. Just avoid the interaction. Protect your peace because you need every ounce of energy for your own life.
It is the most responsible choice you can make for your own mental health this week.
To help you navigate all of this, the Astro Data has given us a few lucky talismans, some tools you can hold on to keep yourself centered.
These are very helpful.
First, let's review the best dates of the week. Mark these on your calendar or put a sticky note on your fridge. March 23, March 25, and March 28.
Those 3 dates really tell the story of your week.
Monday the 23rd is your fresh, curious start.
Wednesday the 25th is the crucible of hard work and mature decisions.
And Saturday the 28th is the day you harness Pluto's energy to build lasting power.
Perfect summary.
Next, we have your lucky color of the week. It is seafoam.
A beautiful color.
For those of you who like the exact digital color code, it is #2E8B57. If you close your eyes and picture it, it is this beautiful, calming, pale, ocean-like green.
Seafoam is an incredibly fitting color for a Pisces right now.
It represents the meeting point of water, which is your natural emotional element, and the green of the earth, which represents the solid, practical foundation Saturn is demanding you build.
Wearing a seafoam shirt or changing your phone background to this color can subconsciously bring you a deep sense of calm and balance.
Water and earth coming together. It's a visual reminder of what you're trying to achieve. And finally, your lucky numbers for the week. The charts give us a specific sequence: 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and 72.
Keep those numbers in mind.
If you are picking a date for an important meeting, setting a financial goal, or just need a number to focus your mind on while you meditate, use one of these.
They hold strong energy this week.
So we have laid out the entire map. We know we are starting with that fizzy, curious breeze on Monday to warm up our brains.
Getting ready for the work.
We are putting on our hard hats and doing the heavy, responsible work of Saturn on Wednesday. We are sitting in the safe room and healing our hearts on Thursday.
We are resting our bodies and cleaning up our diets on Sunday.
And we are leaning on our Taurus friends while dodging Geminis the entire time. It is a massive, exhausting week.
It demands a lot of you. But if you analyze the path from Monday to Sunday, it is a brilliant path of true, undeniable growth.
You will not be the same person at the end of the week that you were at the beginning.
You'll be much stronger.
Before we wrap this up, I want to point out something really interesting about the Astro Data that we haven't even discussed yet.
Okay.
I was looking at that list of lucky numbers again: 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and 72. Did you notice the pattern there?
They are all multiples of 12.
Right. They're all multiples of 12. 12 is such a powerful number, especially in astrology.
Extremely powerful.
There are 12 signs in the zodiac. There are 12 houses in an astrological chart. There are 12 months in a year.
It's the number of completion.
It makes me wonder, maybe all this heavy, strict work you are doing this week, all this budgeting and relationship testing, isn't just about getting through a tough few days.
That makes a lot of sense.
Maybe by putting in the hard work right now, you are actually setting up a cycle of responsibility and peace that will protect you for the entire 12-month cycle ahead. You are building the foundation for your next year.
A profound thought. The work of a few days echoing through the next 12 months.
Just something for you to think about as you navigate the days ahead. Carry that perspective with you.
It's a great perspective to have.
Thank you so much for listening to the episode on Horoscope TV. We love taking this journey through the stars with you.
It's been wonderful.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you are listening so that you can get notified the exact second the next episode is available. Until next time, keep your head up, do the hard work, and take care of yourselves.